Hello and welcome back to FM Blog, the original Football Manager YouTube channel. Today we're going to break down our treble winning tactic. Now this is the tactic that I created myself. We won the treble with Wolverhampton Wanderers, and yeah, we're just going to talk you through it, tell you how we kind of see it working and how it did work for us, how we got our results, and hopefully if you want to use it then you can bring it into your own save as well. So the link for the actual download is available for the patrons. So the link's in the video description there. Head on over to Patreon. You can actually download the whole thing. But like I say, I'll talk you through all the individual instructions, all the team instructions. So there's not a single thing that you will miss. So like I say, there's team instructions, there's individual instructions, there's all sorts on this bad boy. And I'll talk you through everything, show you the results that we've had. And obviously we won the treble. So you can't argue with that, can you? Here it is. It's a 4-2-3-1. It's called the Wonder Press Mark II. So it's called the 4-2-3-1 Wonder Press Mark II. And it's a custom tactic. So we built it absolutely from scratch. It involves kind of a gegenpressing style with an advanced forward and attacking midfielder, two inside forwards, one playmaker from the deep lying position, a box-to-box midfielder, and kind of your standard back four with one ball player and a sweeper keeper in behind. So that's how it kind of looks. We'll go into more detail in a second. I'll just go through the kind of the schedule and what results we achieved in this treble winning season, and just so you can see kind of how the tactic really performs over the course of a season. So pre-season friendlies done really, really well. Didn't concede many goals and scored quite a lot of goals. A couple of draws then at the start of the season, followed by wins. The only real losses are away to big teams, and there's only by the odd goal. But absolutely dominating results here. So 8-2 against Atletico Madrid, 5-0 against Salzburg, for example. Again, away at the big teams, one goal in it. There's some really big wins, 5-1, 5-1, 3-0, 3-1. Norwich, a bit of a hiccup. If we look at the stats there, the kind of stats tell a different story. And yeah, just like really dominating throughout the season, really, just with the odd away result, which didn't go our way. You can see there's a 6-3 there against Everton, a 6-2 against Tottenham there. So really dominating tactic, and as you can see, we managed to win the FA Cup final, the Champions League final, and obviously the Premier League as well. So we'll go back and we'll talk you through the tactic. What are the individual instructions? How does it work in terms of team instructions? If you want to download it, again, it's over on Patreon. The link's in the description, but I'll talk you through absolutely everything now. So we'll go with the team mentality first. So it's an attacking mentality and is built from a custom absolute blank slate with a 4-2-3-1 wide shape. In possession, then we went for extremely wide. The idea behind that was obviously to use the whole pitch when we were attacking, get those spaces for our players to run into. Pass into space then, part of the kind of gegenpressing philosophy that you see on the other tactics, and play out of defence. Obviously for a team which dominates the ball and dominates possession, you want to be kind of playing it out of defence, instructing your players to kind of play out of defence rather than kicking it long. It's a numbers game, so it just increases that possession stat. Passing directness slightly shorter, so a little bit different from what I normally do. I usually do slightly more direct, but again, we wanted to make sure that possession stat was a little bit higher. So slightly shorter, make sure we keep the ball a little bit more, and then a higher tempo as well. Just ensures that we're really asking questions of the opposition all of the time and not letting the tempo drop. Crosses mixed. Sometimes most of the times I usually put it on whipped. But for this tactic, we've got it on mixed crosses, and we've got work the ball into the box then as well. So with the slightly shorter passing and the working the ball into the box, you will dominate possession. Obviously, you need the players to play in this tactic. You can't just play it with any old Tom, Dick and Harry. Ideally, you want players with high work rate and who are very good technically. Those are the two things you really need. The rest then we've left blank, so the attacking options the players can decide for themselves in terms of through the middle, overlap, underlap, as well as dribbling, running at defence and being more expressive and disciplined. These can be changed during the match. It's not going to have a huge effect on the way the tactic performs, and it might even tip the odds in your favour in certain circumstances and certain situations. But they're fine to be left blank, which is what we normally do. Counter press and counter really dominating kind of strategy. So as soon as you lose the ball, bang, urgently pressing, counter-attacking as well, looking to take advantage of any mistakes that the opposition make. As far as distribution from the goalkeeper, we've not asked him to go quick or slow, but we have asked him to distribute all the way across the back line where possible and take short kicks where possible. Again, a numbers game, trying to keep that possession stat high. Out of possession then, extremely high line, an extremely high line of engagement as well. So we're keeping it compact, yeah, but also high up the pitch, as high as we can up the pitch and as compact as we can get. And then when we talk about compact, a narrow defensive width. So when we're attacking, we're wide, and when we're defending, we're nice and tight and compact. Tighter marking is off, but we have got individual tighter marking, which we'll go through in a second. And getting stuck in is on, because we want that intensity in the Premier League, especially when tackling high up the pitch involves less risk, generally speaking. So, individual instructions then. We'll go straight through them. Fayet, our goalkeeper here, has none, so he's just following his normal role. Our fullback on the right-hand side, we cross from the byline and we shoot less often. There's nothing more frustrating for me when you see a fullback getting into this area of the pitch here and having a shot. Okay, you don't want that to happen. It will still happen, I guarantee you, but you just want to tell him not to. Shoot less often and cross on the byline. Your cross is always more dangerous if they're coming from the byline, and if you've got two inside forwards here, it's natural for your fullback to overlap. Same instructions for our left back. The two centre backs then are less kind of mobile and more kind of brave centre back. We have not as a ball player, and we have him marking tightly and marking a specific person as well. Striker, that is, marking the striker. So if we look at this here, marking the specific striker. Our other ball playing centre back then is just completely a natural ball playing centre back, no individual instructions. So marking the striker, the idea there is usually teams will play that one striker up front. If you've got one man marking him, kind of gives you an extra person kind of over. Even if you've got two, generally they'll mark obviously both of them anyway. Deep lying playmakers, more direct passing. So this is the guy generally should be your best passer of the ball, maybe unless your attacking midfielder is a better passer. But this is the guy who you want to use as your playmaker. We generally only like to have one playmaker because we don't want to confuse the team. So he should be good at passing and vision, one of the prerequisites. So we've got him a more direct passing essentially. So passing, more direct. Every time we get the ball into him, bang, put it forward, and everyone else can kind of go a little bit more sideways. Tonali or Neves, who it was before, bang, straight forward. Box to box midfielder then. Again, should be a better passer. Dembele, tackle harder on the right inside forward, left inside forward, tackling harder again. High up the pitch tackles, stops the counter attack, really results in a card, yellow or red. So get stuck in definitely for those. More direct passing again for our attacking midfielder, because he should really be one of your best passers again, maybe if not your best passer, and tackling harder again, same thing applies. Up front then, shoot more often. You want your striker to be shooting more often, only if he's good. You need a good striker in any formation, of course you do. Finishing and composure, the two stats that you want, and tackling harder there as well. So that's it. That's the tactic. Let us know if you have used anything similar, or if you do use this, head on over to Patreon if you want to download the actual link. But we've been through absolutely everything for you there, so give it a go. Give it a go and let us know. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next Saturday.